it's me, Lumi. Okay, yay! New Seth video. What is the Seth? You want to watch the Seth video? Let me see. Seth. Elin revealed taxation not optimal. He used a sneed, feed, and seed reference in the year of our Lord 2025. It's too old. You cannot make sneed joke in 2025. That's very 2022. I haven't actually watched him in a while. I remember watching the Quasimorph review. Maybe after that, he's washed. He's kind of washed. He stopped taking stimulants, so he's less funny. It's the death of all comedy. You stop taking... You like, get off of cocaine and suddenly you're not fucking funny anymore. Oh, am I disloyal for not watching him anymore? The vibes are off. Something's off. Why doesn't he play My Summer Car? You should tell Seth. Someone needs to tell him to play My Summer Car. I did like his old stuff. I think he was a little bit more based, I guess, but then he probably got some threats or something. I'm gonna put it behind the trash because I think it's funny. I think this works. I'm Lumi, queen of the trash today.
Seth here. I broke my microphone again. These lines come directly from a $10 webcam. Elin has reached early access. This is the equivalent of the CIA putting crack in black neighborhoods, but for the neurodivergent community.
Maybe the old Seth is back, actually. Huh.
The elderly, turn them into livestock, and have them lay eggs to make a new generation of senior citizen. Legally, I have a license. Morally, I pay the church. In the same fashion as Bill Gates tortures his body double every day to evade karma. As long as I buy a letter of indulgence, I can sell 20 pensioners and still work off my karmic debt. At Raytheon, we don't just build missiles, we build memories. At Raytheon, we don't just neutralize civilians.
Going into World War III, Lockheed Martin, please sponsor me. I am a really good sponsor.
It's not just a forever war.
I will shill
it's
so
a forever
hard.
family.
Hello?
As the successor to Eloda, which I reviewed over 7 years ago, Elin is a sandbox adventure like no other. Build a base, open your mailbox, receive spam in the form of a suicide bomber, cultivate 3 billion crop strains for testosterone, roll a succubus, and prostitution max your way to insane stats. Murder someone's son in cold blood. Bake their meat into a rotisserie chicken, shit out a dream larva, and blend it into the food. Feed it to their parents and make them fall in love with you. Make everyone love you so hard you recruit the entire city. Turn the king into a broomstick and ride him as he calls me a fat ass and tells me to lose weight. Whip him until he turns to prostitution. Some may describe Elin as a bizarre Japanese fantasy where you enact outlandish policies such as human rights or a mandate for everyone to wear panties. But that's not fully accurate.
Is that literally what it said? Let me go back. A law that forbids killing
human
and
rights,
assaulting in
or
home.
A mandate.
A law requiring individuals to wear panties. Why is that a thing? How do you make that a rule? What?
The karmic weight of missing my monthly tax deadline is 40 times more serious than unloading an assault rifle on a homeless beggar. This is a fantasy.
That's
funded by the IRS and TurboTax. On being asked his intentions for the game, Noah, the developer, had this to say. I simulate Tokyo Salaryman. You make no money because everybody live to 110 year old. And then you take your own life. Game costs $20, real good. Game costs $20, real good. As taking the Moongate to visit a random Japanese base will instantly depress me, as I see his beautiful creation, and compare it to my own Japanese base will instantly depress me, as I see his beautiful...
Is this really in the game? Is that in the game? No, I was just saying, like, this seems like the old Seth. I think he's back. What the fuck is this? Hey, question. Is that in the game or is that a mod? Oh, it's a mod.
Creation, and compare it to my own O-Block Ghetto Favela. You can even put custom sprites. Half the time, this is animated smut. This is preferable to getting one shot by a death trap the instant you spawn in, or seeing a Boeing 767 approaching 2 skyscrapers, or loading into Outer Epstein, which has a one-tile entrance that takes off your clothes. Players will see their options for a pet, and most will pick the little girl. But if I throw a hormone drug in her face, she becomes a little boy. This presents the duality of a player base, pedophile or pederast. Look, this is a setting where the surface went extinct and got repopulated by a cosmic mushroom, whose only reference point for how biology works is Japanese Doujins. That's why everyone lays eggs, because he didn't know any better. An innocent menu option to auto pick up fish, die instantly because you picked up a whale, drink from a water source, mutate horrifically, play on permadeath, slip on a banana peel in the Village of Atonement, and lose everything. Get AIDS. Catching Ephor disease is a natural part of gameplay and progresses if left untreated.
what?
How do you do that? By playing basketball. To cure your magically inflicted
in the
AIDS,
game?
you must become Michael Jordan. The
can
casino
become
chips you
Michael
earn can then be
Jordan?
used for higher stakes gambling. This
How do you
game
do
is a
that?
constant gaslight. Memes aside, what is this? It's single-player RuneScape with no level cap and a crafting system that lets you recreate nearly everything you see. Towns, winter hot springs, beach resorts. You can even walk off a shore and build underwater. Everything builds
that's
into
cool.
something, which can be dismantled to make everything else.
He's back on the fucking cocaine. He literally just said it. He's fucking back on the cocaine. Where is it?
I throw alcohol at my blue eyes white dragon, have sex with it, and end my turn. Understanding esoteric
that's where
systems
the
by
meme came
absorbing every wiki article is the bulk of your experience.
What the
You
fuck
don't
is
have to
that?
know Japanese, but they're more informative than the porn-sick groomers that make up this game's English community, which is why they're partitioned away in an apartheid state. For starting off, any race or class is viable, and the possibilities
the
are
meme.
endless.
Where does the meme
You're
come
a
from?
fat, ugly Polish whore. Or you're, I don't know, Jewish person. You're a black person. You're a rapist.
A Wraith Executioner can use mana as a second health bar. Combine this with worshipping Itzpalt or Hiromi, and you have an infinite health bar. Chaos Shape Inquisitor lets you save scum for
I'm gonna
hours,
get killed.
and ask if it's truly worth it, as you enter the void and get soundballed repeatedly. Or, if you're a masochist, you can pick Snail Tourist and put on permadeath.
What's a
Everything
snail
now costs twice as much. But the trade-off is that salt kills you. Get paid a salary because people want to visit. Not for my impressive displays, but because I've stolen incredibly expensive panties from different NPCs. The main way of getting stats is eating food. Thus, our only obstacle is our stomach. So, we apply the secret teenage girl technique of vomit maxing. We eat, we throw up, and then we eat even
Can you
more
actually
as we watch
puke?
our maid pick up vomit like the peasant she is. It's hard to gauge these values. Luckily,
actually
there's a
do that?
variety of graphical and gameplay mods to augment your experience, automate tasks, and replace sprites with the horniest combait you've ever seen. Ampreg Scott the Waz milking machine? Sign me up. On top of this, the game itself has a lot of quality of life convenience. You can auto-dump your entire inventory, configure resource distributions, and
my
even
God.
just Ctrl F to search for anything on the map. Everything is completely customizable. In my case, I've gone off the deep end and can no longer see what I'm doing. This is a game of problems and solutions,
Okay.
and dealing with the problems
Wow.
you cause
Yeah.
along the way.
Game of the-
Mass
game of the
monsters
decade.
are a special creature that multiply upon taking damage. There's a spawn limit of 20 monsters entering your base at any time. Taming a mass monster, putting it on the gallows, and sealing its offspring on a set of tiles 10 Z levels higher seemed like a great idea. Until I visited my base again, only to find out everyone is dead. It turns out two of my NPCs are coded to teleport directly to enemies, causing them to split and spill into the base, where everyone is too weak to one-shot them. So they infinitely replicate until they fill the entire screen. Conversely, the final boss
That's
is too
cool.
hard for me to kill. By pure chance, I loaded into some Japanese guy's base, which had residents who were level 250,000. They're so high level, they take 30 steps for each of mine, which they spent on gambling, drinking, vomiting, and passing out at high velocity. I fed them aphrodisiacs, and one of them laid an egg. Microwaving an egg has a chance of exploding, which is incredibly funny in the middle of an orphanage. Explosion strength is tied to quality, and this one is 2,773. I heat the egg and one-shot Inos, my party, and myself. This might seem ridiculous, but the Japanese have already killed him with a beach ball and a banana peel. NPCs hold beach balls in their inventory when thrown at, and this one was modified by several thousand cursed scrolls of flying to weigh 10,000. So when Inos spawns in and charges, he slips in the banana peel and is crushed to death. The world is your autism playground. Join all of the guilds, learn all the
so
skills,
crazy!
whip pensioners on your cotton plantation. It's your fantasy. Now back to work, Cracker. I'm not here to tell you that unless you've got insanely high taming and throw love potions at a spiral king deep in the void so you can feed that breast milk to a chicken so you can genetically engineer him into the strongest creature in the game, that you haven't played the game. There's no win condition, only your creativity. So choose a goal, a direction, or a hyperfixation, and the rest is up to you. In short, I love Elin.
long?
It's a very sweet,
long
beautiful,
did it
and calming
take?
game that I can't
will
help
tell
coming
you.
back to. The developer doesn't sleep. He pushes a new unstable build every night, and I wish him the very best. There's enough content for several hundred hours, and it just keeps getting better. I thoroughly recommend it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. This video is dedicated to my ops, because I had a script ready after 50 hours, until I saw someone write a critical thesis about my Alona video, took it to heart, and played another free 50. It was only later brought to my attention that the man who affected me so is a barely literate weeaboo who paid thousands of dollars for his cringe OC to be put into the game. He did all this so I could turn his waifu into a burger. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos.
Can I do
You're
that?
all truly wonderful.
How do I get in
Have
there?
a good one.
I would also like this. Your question was answered. I would like this too. Put me in the game. I would like to be a burger.
Now that you've started watching Set again, I have no choice but to glow in your general direction.
No! Oh! We found our glowy. It's okay. I appreciate every glowy I have, and I beg for the Lockheed Martin sponsorship. Hello, please, Lockheed Martin. I am a big fan of the military-industrial complex, and even though I have not finished my SR-71 build, I promise I sing your praises every day. Okay, well now I have to go and binge every single Seth video because apparently he's back to normal. He went back to normal. He's no longer washed. He's not being a cop-out anymore, a stupid idiot who doesn't make funny jokes. I was a big fan for a long time, okay? I was a big fan. I am back to being a fan. But I don't know why he fucking called me out like that. Polish whore? I don't. Why did he do that? Lois? Hello? You play games? I really liked his prey video. Okay, I'm happy. I feel like it's like an old friend has returned to me. Like, like, okay, here's the exact feeling. I will describe it in excruciating detail. Like, you used to know someone online that was like just the worst person ever, but then you lost contact because you stopped playing games together, but then you reconnected after 10 years and they're still just the same piece of shit that you always remember, unchanged by the sands of time and the waves of internet culture shifts. It's kind of cool. Everybody, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Low Effort Clips. That's right, Low Effort Clips, right here on YouTube.com. Yeah, and hit the notification bell. Yeah.